There is a free software called Audacity, so you may use that. Let me just go there. Audacity. Just a minute. Audacity. Okay. Yeah. So in this Audacity software, okay, whatever signal you recorded, no, like switch on the fan and record the signal I told, no, directly also you can record. See, suppose this record button is there, okay. Now whatever I am talking is getting recorded there. In that way, you don't talk, you just switch on your fan, and then it will get recorded over here directly. After getting recorded, what you can do is, there is an option here, go to analyze. Okay, I'm clicking on analyze option. So when I go to analyze option, and if I click the plot spectrum, it is showing the spectrum. You see, now this is the spectrum of my voice. So similarly, you can do the spectrum for the fan sound. Okay, and you can check the frequencies will be like already the whatever calculation I told, the rotations per second into the number of fins. Okay, like that. But the fan will have fundamental and also the harmonics, so you will get multiple heights, that also you will be seeing. Okay, but anyhow, as you go towards the right side, generally that height will reduce, especially in the scenario of the fan. Okay, because the higher harmonics will have lower amplitudes. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is one thing you can do. Okay, and it's a free software and it is a small software also. Okay, so let me go back to the PPT itself. Okay, so that, okay, so now the question is, how do you read, how do you, okay, so the person is sitting here. Suppose a person is sitting at this place where I am telling as a residual noise, where I am saying is okay. Suppose this, a person is sitting at the right hand side, let us assume here. Okay, now, and assume that this is the noise from the fan coming. Okay, now I want the person should not listen any noise. What I can do is, by some means, by some method, if I can generate a anti-noise signal. What do I mean by anti-noise signal means? What do I mean by anti-noise signal means? Just you can see in this particular example. Okay, it looks something like this. Okay, you just see the two diagrams. Okay, height wise, you see wherever it is having, say, suppose point plus 5 height, suppose exactly this is having minus 5 height, that kind of structure. Okay, so exactly opposite in nature, it looks like that, right? So if you can make a signal in that way, then, and if you can make the signal which I call as anti-noise, okay, the overall effect at the ear will be almost zero or very very less, and then the person will not feel the noise is there, like that. So that is the main concept. So for this to happen, what we will do is, just I will
What we will do is just I will
I will tell a simple scenario. Okay, let us assume that we put a mic near the fan. Assume that we have put some mic near the fan. Okay, then that mic will also capture the noise which the fan is generating. Okay, because the mic is very near to the fan, the noise will first enter into the mic before reaching our ear. Okay, but now when the noise entered the microphone, okay, the signal will become like electrical signal. Before entering the mic, the signal is a mechanical signal, it is a sound signal, mechanical signal. But once the sound enters the mic, it has become the electrical signal. Now once it is electrical signal, now you will come into picture, you are an electronics engineer. Okay, you can do some processing on this electrical signal. So what you do is, you try to analyze this signal, try to find out what are the okay, the frequency spectrum of that particular signal. Okay, now already I told how to find the frequency spectrum. Okay, in MATLAB I showed you that FV tool is there. Okay, that is one application. FV tool is one, just one command. Okay, there are many other things which you can use in real time. Okay, okay, so, and this Audacity also I showed. Okay, like that. And then there will be some other things which you can analyze in the real time. Okay, so you have to analyze that signal, and you have to create an anti-noise signal. You have to analyze the signal, and you have to create a anti-noise signal such that the magnitude response will be same as the original signal. Please understand these words. The magnitude response of the anti-noise signal should be same as that of the actual noise signal, but the phase should be 180 degrees apart. So when I am saying the phase is 180 degrees apart, what is the meaning? Cos 180 plus I sin 180. So cos 180 value is minus 1, I sin 180 is 0. So minus 1. That means the phase is giving you that minus 1 factor, okay, and I am saying that the magnitude is same as the original signal, but this phase is contributing that minus 1. That means if the original signal looks like the above one, then the uh, anti-noise signal will look like the below one, because it is like multiplying with minus 1. Got the point? That is what the meaning is, the statement which I made. Okay, so this electrical processing should happen so fast. And one more thing, so we have to generate that anti-noise signal, and that is not sufficient. Now this anti-noise signal should be made to get emitted through some loudspeaker. Please understand, now this anti-noise signal suppose we generated, okay, with the desired qualities, but that is not sufficient. We have to now generate that, we have generated, now we have to emit that signal from some loudspeaker kind of thing, so that from some loudspeaker kind of thing, so that that will reach this new signal which we generated, which we call the anti-noise signal. This signal should also reach the person's ear. So ideally, if the original noise and this anti-noise which we generated, if both are reaching the ear of the person at the same time, okay, then they will cancel, and the person will not listen any noisy thing. That is the ideal case. Okay, but is it possible? Now you see the research issues. Okay, this is the concept looks like this, so simple, but now you see the lot of research issues. The question is, the signal is reaching to the person within 0.01 seconds, yes or no, the fan and the person scenario. Okay, that means within that 0.01 seconds you should capture the signal. Within that 0.01 seconds you should capture the signal. You have to do the processing on the signal, like processing in the sense that frequency analysis and finding the magnitude and the phase, and again creating exactly reverse of the signal. Okay, and again emitting it from the loudspeaker. All this should happen within that 0.01 seconds. That means how fast your processor should be, how fast your algorithm should be. Please understand, these are all the research issues. And one more thing, where you will put the mic. I told I told okay, put the mic near the fan, but how do you put a mic near the fan? Does it give any sense? Just think in practical scenarios. So okay, you have to put, but where to put? Okay, and one more thing, the person who is sitting, he will not sit at the same place all the time. Okay, he may be moving. So if you create the setup for one particular location of that particular person, when the person is changing his location, then again noise may be there at that place. See, noise got cancelled at one particular place, not at all places, because of what we did here. Okay, so if the noise should get cancelled at more area, okay, or more volume of that room, okay, then the simple logic or the simple one microphone which I told will not work, or this one loudspeaker may not be sufficient. That means you may have to use multiple mics and multiple speakers, and they should also be positioned properly. That is also another research issue. So like this, several research issues are there here. Okay, so when I use only one mic and one loudspeaker, we call it as a single channel system. When I use multiple mics or multiple speakers, okay, then that comes under multi-channel system, like that. Okay, so this is the basic idea. We have only little time, so I will directly go to the algorithm part. Okay, lot of slides will be there. Okay, okay, it is just to give an idea for you. I can share this already, it is with Indian sir, others also can take it, there is nothing to hide in this. Okay, so I'll directly go to the algorithm. Okay, so just one example here. Okay, let us assume that the noise source is here. Okay, this is called a duct system. Okay, one more very important application for noise anti-noise active noise control is the AC system. Okay, so when you consider the AC system, okay, it will have a duct. Okay, okay, in the duct also the air is having a flow, right? So that will also give some kind of noise. So how do you reduce the noise in the AC duct system? Okay, that is also one important issue. So you here you see that kind of duct. Okay, so let us assume the main noise source is here. Okay, so the noise mainly which is coming out from the noise source, we call it as primary noise. Okay, let us understand these terms. Okay, so, okay, so now I told, no, let us put a mic near the fan. Okay, so something like that. So the mic near the noise source, that we call as the reference mic. Okay, so reference mic, and then that is going. Okay, now this is the electrical signal. Now this will become the, once it enters, see here what is entering is the physical mechanical signal, that is the noise. Once it entered the mic, it has become the electrical signal. So this xn is your electrical signal. Okay, Now it is given to some processing system, okay, which we are calling as the active noise controller. Okay, now this here we write some algorithm, and also we can have some hardware kind of things, okay, or even the software implementation, okay, and that has generated the anti noise, okay. So that we have to emit from here using a loudspeaker, okay. So we are putting a loudspeaker, and from here that particular anti noise is coming out. Now this original noise and this anti noise will get mixed up, okay, and that will enter the error microphone. What is the error microphone means? Here the human being is there, the ear, this is the ear of the human being. So when you are doing research work, every time you cannot physically test with your ear there. Suppose if the sound is very dangerous and you are directly trying to listen with your ear may get damaged. So physically trying out on heavy sounds, okay, doing research with your ear, okay, it is like taking risk. So instead of your ear, electrically we can put one microphone. This microphone is a representation of your ear, okay. So whatever signal is coming from here and also from here, they will mix up and that will enter here. Ideally this should be almost zero, okay, should be almost zero, the error should be almost zero. If the error is almost zero, okay, or very close to zero, then that means our algorithm is working nicely. That is the main concept, okay. Okay, so let me directly quickly go through the LMS algorithm. Okay, already I think LMS algorithm is a very fundamental algorithm you would have studied many times. Now the classification can be, algorithms can be in time domain or in the frequency domain. It can be single channel case or a multi channel case. It can be narrow band or broadband. That means the noise is not always narrow band, right? Sometimes the noise will be broadband. Over a huge set of frequencies you have to cancel the noise. And one more thing very important, linear systems and non-linear systems. Whenever you are using a mic and a loudspeaker kind of stuff, okay, most automatically the system will become non-linear. Most of the loudspeakers, okay, and the mics are non-linear in nature, and even the noise also may be non-linear kind of thing, okay, and even other equipment which we are using over there, okay. So we can have various kinds of algorithms under various scenarios here, okay. So okay, so the very basic algorithm is the least mean square algorithm. It will be most easy to understand, okay. So just let us go to that particular thing, okay, right. Okay, so this is how the LMS algorithm looks, and this algorithm is applicable and useful in many scenarios, not just active noise control, okay. In several applications this comes into picture. Okay, we are running out of time. I am seeing the time also at some point, because okay, right. But still if someone wants to continue in the lecture, yeah, I can spend some more time because we got some gap in the middle, okay. So those who can stay with the lecture, please stay. If someone is having urgent work, then they can leave the meeting, okay. Yeah, not now, after the actual time is over, scheduled time is over, yeah. So here the thing is, because I wanted to show you the MATLAB implementation also, okay. At least let me run the code and show. I can even share the code with you, okay, so that you can do further research, okay, and we can be in discussion later also, right. Right. Okay, so the input is here. Now just you have to compare this with the this particular scenario, okay. So 1 minute. Yeah, keep this in mind, keep this particular photo in your mind, okay? Keep this particular thing in mind, and LMS algorithm will be running in almost based on this, okay. I'll just try to compare this with the LMS algorithm block diagram. Yeah. Okay, the equations are very simple, don't worry. Okay, right. So here it is, the noise is coming, and once the noise is coming, the physical signal is coming, it is going this side, right. So here this has become the electrical signal, and that is going to, okay, so that is going to the algorithm. Here this wn, we call this as the weights, we can also treat this as the filter coefficients. We can treat this as the filter coefficients. Now when I say filter, immediately again you can ask a question, is it FIR filter or IIR filter, okay. Yeah, lot of things are there, lot of research is going on, already people have done with FIR also IIR. Each has its own advantages, okay. For example, if you take FIR, it is always stable, you know that, right. But sometimes IR is also preferred. FIR is FIR will guarantee you stability, but sometimes with FIR a lot of competitions will come, so people may also use IAR, okay, like that, okay. But in IAR the stability is not guaranteed, so you have to design your filter in such a way, like that. And one more thing, now it is shown like this arrow mark kind of thing is there, no. What is the meaning of this? That means this is adaptive filter. That means the filter coefficients will be varying depending on the changes which are going to happen in the overall system. Okay, now let us try to understand some technical jargon. It is written as a primary path. So what do you mean by primary path? Means suppose here is the actual noise, okay, source, and this is the error mic. This is a symbol of error mic. That means the original signal is coming like this, and the signal which we are generating, that is the secondary from the signal which we are generating, okay, that is coming from here. Okay, okay, this one is coming from the loudspeaker. We can think this is from the loudspeaker, and this is from the directly. Okay, so they are getting added up. So if you see the previous block diagram which was there few slides before, okay, prior to few slides here, okay, so this is the primary and this is your other thing, secondary kind of thing. So it is getting added up here, right? So that is what is shown in the this slide. Okay, so this is your ear. You can think this is your ear or this is your error microphone. Okay, so now the equations are very simple. You can see x of n p of z. Now what is this primary path? Means when the signal is coming from this noise source to the ear, it is going through the air. Suppose it is coming via air, so the air itself will act as some filter. The air itself will act as some filter, and that is the we are representing as a p of z. So we can think this p of z as the this we can think p of z as the system function for that particular channel. See, from the fan to your ear there is a channel kind of thing. It is air, but that itself also is like some channel. That channel will have some system function which we are representing as p of z. So you should understand that. Okay, okay, so now we can write these equations like this. Okay, like d of s of n, ds of n, that is the convolution of x of n with w of n. Okay, so this is a matrix notation. In matrix notation we have written like small x with bold. Okay, this is a matrix. In fact it is like a row vector. See, this x of n is a, okay, this x of n is a row vector, and w of n also is row vector, but we are writing w Hermitian. So this overall thing will become like a column matrix. Okay, column vector. So when you multiply this row vector with the column vector, okay, you are getting some symbol single number. This is single number, so it is shown in unbold. That means a simple small d. Okay, small d, that too it is not bolded. Okay, when it is bolded you can think it is a vector. Okay, like that, it's a matrix kind of thing. Okay, so that is what is coming here. Okay, so now the summation of these two or the subtraction of these two, okay, will give you the error signal. Okay, now we wanted this error to be minimized, this error to be ideally almost zero, right? So what we do is just to see the next one. What is the basic aim of the algorithm is we wanted to minimize the cost function, which is the modulus of en square. Okay, so what we will do is every time we will be updating the filter values here, filter coefficients. Okay, based on the equation this one. Okay, so if you have some old value, for that old value, okay, you are adding a term called mu xn en. This mu is called the step size. This mu is called the step size. Okay, that will give you the new weight value. Okay, I hope all of you have some already some knowledge about the LMS algorithm. At some point of time you would have already heard. Okay, so that is why I'm just going through a bit quickly itself. Okay, so now one more issue is how do you choose the step size? Okay, so based on the proper choice of the step size, the algorithm which you are going to write will be converging or even diverging. Okay, so again that is another issue. You have to choose proper mu. Sometimes you will know about it with your experience. Okay, or there are some theoretical bounds, like you can calculate using mathematics what will be the bounds for the mu value, like that. Okay, several books give that. Okay, I will anyhow give the reference books also. Okay, so this is the basic thing, but there are some disadvantages of LMS algorithm. Like LMS algorithm is applicable only for the linear systems. Okay, linear systems only, but in practical scenario most of the systems are non-linear. The advantage of LMS algorithm is it is very simple to understand. It is very simple to understand. The equations are less in number, the computations are less. No, when I'm saying less, it is compared to all other higher algorithms. Okay, this is one of the starting point of the algorithms, we can say. Okay, in adaptive signal processing. Okay, so if someone is starting their research, My suggestion will be like you start at the basic level, try to understand the LMS algorithm very nicely. Automatically you can understand all the higher algorithms with little effort. Okay, so this is like the base. And even before LMS algorithm, there is something called steepest descent algorithm. Okay, so if you can understand the steepest descent algorithm and the LMS algorithm, you can say you have a very good ground in adaptive signal processing. So okay, anyhow, because as the time is getting closed, I will be waiting, but I just wanted to know about the Indian sir's opinion and other people's opinion. Okay, still I have to show you the code and other things, so just I wanted to know your opinions. I will open the MATLAB thing now, okay, to show you the code. Okay, because there was a connection problem, so let me again open this. Let me open this online online MATLAB. It's coming up. Yeah, other people, if you have some opinions, please start telling now. Because okay, if you have any questions or opinions, yeah, you please tell me now. I will be there for some more time also, no problem, because there was a power cut and we will compensate for that. Whatever we lost, sometime we lost in the middle, so we can compensate that. Only thing is, I want your opinions. If you can spend some time, I will show you the how the algorithm works. And I'm showing in MATLAB code also. Okay, and I have one more thing. I will show you some techniques how you can convert a, like, especially in coding point of view, how do you convert a single channel thing into multi-channel thing. There are some simple mathematical logics are there. If you are given a program for single channel, how do you convert it to multi-channel? Even if your research work is not related to what I'm teaching, the trick which I'm going to tell will be helpful for you in your research also. If you want to convert a single channel to multi-channel, many people will do this kind of thing. Like many people will have, when you do, some people will do research work in this kind of thing. Like they will take a paper which is done in single channel, and these people will extend it to multi-channel, and then these people will publish a paper. You would have seen this kind of things. Some of you may be doing that kind of work also. If already some single channel is existing, single channel system need not be active noise control, some other topic, how do you just extend it to multi-channel like that? Okay, so because we should not waste time, let me open the program. Yeah, before that I wanted to have your opinions, just, or your questions kind of thing for some time. Yeah, please type there. I'm just seeing the chat box, or you can open your mic and talk, and again switch off your mic. Just 1 minute I'll give you. If Indian sir is also having any opinion, they can tell, right? Or you tell me approximately how much time you will be there. Other people, yeah.
Others.
Don't ask these kind of certificate kind of things. See, we are not looking. Certificate also may be important, yeah, but certificate is not the only important thing. Okay, that will come automatically. Don't worry about that. Okay. So now don't ask those kind of questions. If you have any technical doubts, you can ask me. Okay. Uh, no, no. Okay, even that is fine. Okay. No, when you tell that a session is really informative, that means you are about to leave. Can I think like that? Okay, right. Okay, sorry for that things, but it was not in our control directly, right? Okay, okay, those kind of things are okay. That kind of feedback is fine. Okay, right. But I just want any other questions. Okay, now don't give your opinions. Your everyone opinion is like okay, nice, nice. But that is it. Any questions? You tell me that from especially research point of view. Okay, then what I will do is, okay. So anyhow, I'll go with the program. But before that, let me show you some places where you can. Okay, he is one of the eminent person in India. Okay, just at least note down his name. Okay, okay. He is working in Bhubaneswar. He is working in one of the CSIR labs. Just you can type this person's name and ANC. Okay, you just type the name ANC and this name in internet. You will get a lot of papers related to him. You can download those papers. That is one work you can do. Okay, and some ideas also there here. Okay, what are things you can publish upon papers. Okay, these topics you can note down. Okay, and some other things. Okay, okay, so let me go to the program then. Let me go to the program then. Okay, so just I will show you a simple technique of converting a multi-channel program into a single channel program. Okay, so This particular thing which you are seeing here, 1 minute. Just a minute. I am just seeing the program and then I'll explain. Plan change FXLMS. Okay, right. Yeah. Now let us take this scenario. Like this technique. Now the technique which I will use. Here you see in the code F11, F21, F31, F41. What is the meaning of this? Here it is showing four primary paths. Okay, this is showing four primary paths. Okay. Now when this scenario can happen, now assume that there are multiple noise sources. Assume that there are multiple noise sources and one person is sitting at one place. Okay. Then from each noise source to the person, that is like a primary path, right? That is one scenario. Or another scenario can be there is only one noise source and there are four people sitting at different locations in the same room, slightly different locations. So from one fan to each of these persons' ear, there is a path. Okay, again there are four uh, paths like that. Okay, so this is like a multi-channel scenario. Okay, so this program is for multi-channel, and how do you convert it to single channel? Okay, with a simple logic, like even if you don't know much basics, simple mathematical knowledge, some simple common sense you can apply, and you can convert it into single channel. That's what I am trying to show. Okay, and the same way, let me come down slightly. Now here in this particular program, some S11, S21 kind of things are written. This corresponds to something called secondary path. We generally call this as some secondary path. What do you mean by secondary path means? Just let me show you the PPT, then you will understand slightly better. Okay. When I say secondary path, let me come over here. Okay, yeah. This particular thing. See, the secondary path means here is the loudspeaker. From loudspeaker the signal is getting emanated, right? From here it is getting emanated. So from here to this microphone, that means to the ear. Okay, that particular path including the transfer function. See, this loudspeaker will have some transfer function, this mic also will have some transfer function, including those, and this channel, this middle, some air kind of thing. Okay, that also will have some transfer function. So the overall this particular part, okay, corresponds to the secondary path. Okay, so already I told, no, sometimes you may not, it may not be sufficient to use one single loudspeaker. You may have to use multiple loudspeakers. Okay, then only the noise may get cancelled over here. So in that case you will have multiple secondary paths. In this scenario you are only having one loudspeaker and one error mic. That means only one person sitting over here, so you can say one secondary path. But in practical scenarios you may be having an array of loudspeakers from which the signal is getting generated, and from all those the signal is coming to this person. So you will have multiple error mics also. Okay, and one more thing, now here there is only one person seen and with only one ear. Okay, even if you take a single person he will have two ears. If you consider in that way, then, and the two ears are physically separated by some distance, right? The two ears are not at the same location. If you take the head of the person, okay, they are slightly away from each other. That means you can take the other ear somewhere here. Assume that there is a, wherever I kept the mouse, see, I kept the mouse here, no? So exactly where I kept the mouse, assume that there is another error microphone which is corresponding to the other ear of that particular person. If you just take that way, then there is a secondary path between this loudspeaker with this ear and this loudspeaker and the other ear. So even if you take that way, even if there is only one single person, automatically there are two error microphones, you can think. That means two secondary paths, you can think. That means it is already becoming a multi-channel problem. Please understand. So that is what the program here is. Okay, so that is what the program here is representing, S11, S21. Okay, like that multiple things are there. Okay, so that is what is this. Okay, next, that filters also the weight vectors now, W11 and W12. That means again we have two filters instead of one single filter, because we are taking the multi-channel scenario. Just again let us go back. Let us go back to the LMS algorithm thing. Okay, okay, now you see here. Okay, suppose, see, in this particular diagram we are putting only one W, and one very important thing, this is like a vector W. Okay, this vector W itself will have something like a W0, W1, W2, so on. up to W some n minus 1 kind of thing, capital N minus 1. Okay. Now here this summation represents 1 year of the person. As I already told, if there is another person, or even if the same person with the other year, he will have 2 years, no? So then another error microphone will come. Okay, another error microphone will come. Then accordingly, you will have to have another W kind of thing. So then it will become like a W1 and a W2. Got the point? Okay. So that is the representation for this particular thing here, W1, W2, like that. Okay. So like this. Okay, then further filters are there, further processing is there. Now I will show you the simple way how I am converting into. First let me keep running the program. By the time the program gets run, I will convert the program into single channel. I can do that. Okay, so let me run the program. Just let us run the program now. Okay, so now the program is getting run. Okay, it will take some amount of time. By the time I will do some manipulation on this. Okay, don't worry. Just a minute. Is the source getting started? New to MATLAB resources. Okay. Is it running or not? That's the question. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. By the time we discuss, something came here. Now you can see here. Now you can see this particular diagram. Actually, the diagram started over here. Initially, it started over here. It fell down to this value and it converged to this particular value. That is what you have to understand. See, initially it started somewhere over here at the top, okay, and from there it fell down like this. That means it is converging to this particular value in so many iterations. Okay, okay, that is what. And what is this curve? Let us see. Okay, let us just go back. Let us just go back. Let us just go down. Okay, okay, yeah. So finally what we are plotting is a measure. It is a kind of measure of the error. It is not directly E. It is not directly E. Okay, here we are having 4 error mics in this particular scenario. It is a multi-channel case. We are having 4 error mics, so we are doing E1 square, E2 square and all that, and we are taking the average. Okay, so that is what already we discussed here in the PPT. Okay, like I told, no, what we are going to do, our aim is this one. We have to minimize this, right? Okay, so that is what we are trying to draw, and that is what we are trying to find out and then draw the diagram. Okay, so when we have drawn that, okay, so we are getting this kind of thing. So it's like a converging, you can see. Okay, and one more thing, just let me show you one more thing. Let me take one more example. Okay, let me take this particular thing. Okay, let me run this also once. Okay, wait. Okay, okay, it is not completed. Wait, which one I was running? Wait, this one. uh, this I have already run. Now I wanted to take the single channel case. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let me run this particular thing. Okay, right, just let me run this. Yeah, it is running now. It is running now. See here, initially I have run this program fxlms, okay, underscore baby. Okay, now you can see here, this looks nice, right? Here you can clearly see. In the previous diagram it was not very clear, I hope so. Okay, now I think it is very clear how the algorithm is converging. Okay, you can see the steps. But one more thing, it will not always converge just like this. Okay, you have to choose proper values of your step size. That is one of the aspect which I told. So in this particular problem, if you go and see where is the step size coming into picture, let me just scroll down and show you where is that mu value. Okay, just let me scroll down like slightly and show you where is that mu value coming up. Yeah, you can see here. Okay, this 0.002 is taken over here, no? So it is not always the 0.002. For some other scenario, this 0.002 may not give you this kind of convergence. It may even diverge sometimes. Okay, okay, so that is one aspect. Now here, this is see, in this particular scenario, we are not taking any system getting changed in the middle. Sometimes it may happen that you have designed your system for one particular scenario. Okay, and sometimes suddenly there may be a drastic change. Suppose for example I am sitting in the room, the fan is there and I am sitting, suppose, and in between us the air channel is there, just the air is there. Okay, but suddenly due to some reason, and I created one active noise control system and I am using, suppose. Okay, so noise is getting cancelled near my ear, everything is working fine. Okay, just let us assume. But suddenly, suppose between the fan and me, instead of the normal air which we expect, suddenly some other thing came and the channel got changed, let us assume suddenly, then can my algorithm adjust itself? That is the question. That is where we also, okay, it should be adaptive, we were saying, right? So can it adjust suddenly if the some parameters in the system change? So that kind of example also I will try to show you. So let me take this, or assume that suddenly something happened to the fan and the fan started behaving slightly differently. Okay, suddenly the fan started, generally that will happen, right? Because suddenly there may be, yeah, you will be seeing, no, suddenly some equipment will get failed. Okay, like that kind of thing. Okay, maybe due to power fluctuations, something happened in the fan and the fan started giving more noise, maybe something like that can happen, no? Sometimes we will see TV got burnt due to high voltage, something like that, no? So something happened to fans, say, suppose, and suddenly it started changing its noise properties. That means the noise now which it is generating got suddenly changed, suppose. Then is my algorithm working nicely? Okay, so that kind of scenario I will show you now here. So this program is for that. Let me run this program, okay, and try to understand what is the meaning of this. Okay, just let me run this. Okay, okay, yeah. Now you can see here this particular program. I will explain this particular program. What in this what has been done in this program is, just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Let me go little up, little up, little up. Okay. Don't worry about this program. This program is mostly about convolutions only. Okay. This program is mostly about convolutions. What are those convolutions? Already see. This is in the program. You will only see the implementation of these equations. Okay. See, this equation mainly you are implementing there. Okay. If you talk in terms of the time domain, okay, with single values. Okay, like you can write this as xn convolution of w of n. Okay, that is what we are doing there in that particular program. Okay, that code. So, and here also it is like that. Okay, so this is what is implemented with the slight changes. That code is not directly LMS. I am showing a higher version of LMS. Okay, I am showing a higher version of LMS. That code which I am running there is not LMS. Okay. Okay, anyhow, so once you come to this particular program, right? Okay, so now what is the meaning here we can understand is, you can see here, totally we are having 5000 iterations. Totally we are having 5000 iterations of n value is 5000. But when we are plotting, see here, for n less than 2500 and for other values, for higher values, and we are doing some small thing here. Just let us come down slightly. Right, let me come down here. Okay. See here, up to 1250, it is something like that. It is behaving some way, and beyond that, it is behaving some other way. That is the meaning there. So now you come here. Okay, we are plotting up to 1250. Okay, we are plotting only up to 1250, right? Okay, according to this. Now what is happening? Up to this level, 1 minute. Up to this level, yeah. Up to say roughly 600. Up to roughly 600. It went away. Yeah. Up to roughly 600. Already the signal got converged, right? And it's up to the 600, at approximately the 600 thing. 1 minute, let me rerun this. Let me rerun this because the thing is going away. Just a minute, just a minute. This code, yeah. 1 minute. If you have anything to tell, you please tell me. Okay, and when the program is running, no, you can talk to me, like if someone is having any doubt kind of thing. Okay, yeah, I know that the time is getting delayed, but yeah, because we lost some time in the middle because of the power cuts. Okay, or you can put some your questions in the chat box. Okay. So yeah, right. So now if you observe this particular thing, what happened is, initially there was a lot of error when the algorithm started running. That means when you switched on the system initially, you see, it will take some time for the algorithm to adapt to the system, right? So initially it started off here. The error was somewhat high. Okay, initially the error was somewhat high, but within few steps it got adapted itself, and then it converged to this value. Okay, and it got settled over here. Okay, it got settled over here, and it would have gone like this here also. See the movement of the mouse, please understand. See the movement of the mouse. See the movement of the mouse and listen to the words. Okay, initially the error was huge because it was the starting point of the system. Okay, and then slowly it started adapting. Okay, the algorithm is nice, I think. So it got adapted slightly and it got converged. And if everything was going on like that, it would have also gone like this, straight like this. Okay, here itself. Okay, here itself it would have gone like this. Okay, like this itself on the slightly top this blue color. But what happened? But what happened is approximately at 600, there is a sudden change in the plant. Plant means that noise source. Sudden change in the noise source happened at approximately 600. That is what happened. Okay, and then so that is why there is again a kind of spike kind of thing here. There is a kind of spike over here, and later on, but anyhow, because our system is good, means our algorithm is good enough, it got adapted again itself within some amount of time, and now it is getting settled to another kind of converging. Okay, still it is converging. Okay, but this may not happen all the time when the algorithm is not designed properly. Please understand that. So that is the thing you have to take care. Okay, suddenly if something is changing also, still your algorithm is able to adapt to that particular system. That is the question. Okay, okay, so I promised you one thing, right? So what is that is how to convert the multi-channel thing to the single channel case. Okay, so what I will do, you just see here now, it's a very simple technique I use here. Okay, this is basically the single channel system, though it is written as multi-channel here, because I already converted into single channel. Okay, I already converted to single channel still, but still the name is shown as multi here. Okay, now I will show you the actual how do you do it. Okay, okay, this is that. This is basically the multi-channel, and after removing some lines, I got this one, which is now the single channel. So what lines I removed, that is a question. Okay, so to understand that how easy it is, just I'll show you now. Within 2 minutes you will understand. Within 2 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. Okay, let me go up. Okay, don't worry about the length of the code. Okay, it may look so much. Okay, let us just see how many lines. Okay, oh, it is looking 164 lines. Don't worry, because most of the lines are green color. The green color things are all commented lines, so don't bother much about seeing all. Oh, because 164 lines like that, don't worry. Okay, I will remove this now otherwise. Okay, I removed that. Okay, so now it is only 145 lines. So like that, a lot of things can be removed in fact. Okay, right. So don't worry about number of lines, and in fact most of the things will be common, right? Okay, so in this particular example, it has been taken like the number of reference microphones is 1. Okay, you can think that there is only one. When I say reference mic is 1, just you can think it is equivalent to, you say, only one mic, one noise source. You can think in that way. Okay, you can think in that way here. Okay, and then number of cancelling loudspeakers are given as 2. Okay, and then the number of error mics is given as 4. That means you can assume there are 4 people with 1 ear, or 2 people each having two ears, like that you can think. So total 4. Each ear will be corresponding to one error microphone, like that you can think. Okay, so now you see, because just understand this, very important. If there is one noise source, and then there are 4 error mics, between each noise source and each mic, error mic, there will be one primary path. There will be one primary path between each mic and the noise source. Okay, there will be one primary path. So because there are 4 error mics, there are 4 primary paths. Okay, now to make it a single channel, I will simply remove all these lines. I am removing these lines. I am just simply deleting it. I can comment it by putting control R. Okay, I'm just putting, okay, I'm putting 4 things. Okay, I am putting 4 percentile symbols. You can put 1 percentile symbol also, but it just for clarity. Okay, I'm putting 4 percentile symbols. Okay, because already 1 percentile symbols are put for some other thing. Okay, whatever modification I am doing now, to understand it in future, this will be helpful. Okay, 4 I am putting instead of 1. And there is some other advantage also. By mistake, sometimes you may remove the percentile by mistake. Then you don't know whether what happened. Okay, there may be some error. Okay, now same way, just apply common sense. That is enough. You need not even know the algorithm much. If you know mathematics, you can just do it. Simple mathematics, and that too common sense. Now, because we are taking only single channel, all this will remove. Because now what is the meaning of this? Means this is a secondary path. Secondary path means, already I told, from the, let us go to the PPT. When I say secondary path, what I mean, just let me go to the block diagram. Yeah, yeah, just 1 minute, just before this. 1 minute. Okay, right. Okay, what is the secondary path? From this loudspeaker to this error mic. Okay, So when both are only 1 1, then you will have only one S11. S represents the secondary path. Okay, so only S11 should be there. So that's all. That is your common sense. So what you do, go to the program. Okay, now all this you comment it. So I'm putting control R like that. Okay, done. Next, there is only one weight vector because it is only single channel. I will remove this also. Now just observe again, there will be only one y1 now, there cannot be y2. Okay, so again control R. So then just to come down slightly. Now you just have to think why all these things will come. All these things are extra only one to one. See, just to see the mathematical expression, that is where this will help you. This coding 1 1 2 1 like that. Okay, 1 1 only 1 1 things you are concentrating, all other things are useless for you now in that sense, because the 2 1 3 1 everything got generated from some other 2 1 some other 3 1. Okay, so remove all this. Control R, done. Now similarly here, all these things will go away. I hope you are able to follow quickly. Even this one. Okay, this one also gone. Okay, so simple. So it's a matter of 2 minutes hardly. Okay, so that's it. Then still, yeah, now you come over here. Now you can see only one primary path will be there, so only one P1 should be there. Okay, so remove all this. Control R. Okay, whatever research you are doing, most of the people research will be like this only, single channel to multi-channel. Okay, so there it will help. I am doing the reverse. Okay, anyhow, even the reverse also is possible with slight thinking. Okay, so this also I have to remove. Okay, I hope you are able to follow. Okay, only one D1 will be there, because you just see whenever you get a doubt, no, you just go to the diagram. Okay, what is that D1, right? So basically two diagrams you have to keep in mind, that's all, right? So what is, that's all. Okay, one D1 will be there. There are no multiple D1s. Okay, so this D. Okay, this particular D. Okay, this is the DS, that is DP. DP means the from the primary path. DS means from the secondary path, like that. So we are talking about this D, and only when there is one W, and then okay, so you will only get one thing, one D kind of thing. Okay, so again go to the program. So that is why D2, D3 everything is removed. Now again here there will be only one U1. Okay, so here also. Okay, yeah, we are completing this program very soon. Okay, just I want to show you this now. Control R, y2 will not be there. So now you see here so many lines. Don't worry about all these lines now. Okay, that's it, gone. So you can see how the code is getting reduced very soon. Okay, right. Oh, 1 minute, where you are gone, right? Yeah, here by mistake we have put 5 percentiles. Don't worry, we can remove one of them. Control T. Okay, control T is not giving. Wait, leave it. Okay, leave it. We will do that later. Let it be. Even if it is 5, there is no problem. Leave it now. Let us come over here. Now again control R, control R, control R, control R. Okay. Now again come over here. Slightly come down. Slightly come down. Yeah. Okay. We will, yeah, almost we have come to the end of the program now with this. Okay. Now here, just let us constantly see. You have to just and don't do blindly. That is another important thing. You see here now, if you might be putting like this, but this will give you error. If you just comment this W12, it will give error, because you should also see what is happening in other lines. Okay, here you have a lot of other things you can see. So now you know only there is one E1, so there should not be any E2 kind of stuff, right? Okay, this all this is not required. Okay, so what I will do is I remove this now temporarily. Okay, right, that's not required. So that is what you have to think. It is not like blindly going and okay, putting these percentage symbols. Okay, if you do like that, no, later on it will be in trouble. Okay, just you have to observe like other things, what is happening. Earlier you are having E2 E3 here, that E3 is not required now, like that. Okay, so, come down. Okay, almost we are coming down. Yeah, almost over. You see here now this Y2 is not required, so remove this. Now here all this story is not required, so remove this. Now you come down slightly. Here again these lines are there. Control R. Okay, now again you see here so many things are not required, right? So remove all that. Okay, and then there's no point of averaging, right? There's no point in doing averaging. Remove that also. That's all. You have come to the end of the program. Now let us run this program. And see. Okay, so what I will do is yeah, so let me run this now. uh, yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, so one thing, that's what I told. No, here this particular part we have to remove, right? So just to go, it is not like blindly putting the semicolons or removing the semicolons. At one place we miss that one. Yes, so this also has to be removed now. That's all. Done. Okay, so now you run it. So it is running now. Yeah, you got it. See, done. So you understood. So I hope you got something from this webinar. Okay, with the amount of time which we had, okay, we could discuss only little bit. Anyhow, I can share the PPT. Already it is with Inian sir. You can take from him. Thanks a lot for be patient, showing your patience and staying for extra time also, and especially the way you behaved during the power cut. That is more important. So thanks for that, sir. Inian sir. Now, if you have anything, you can tell them. Okay. And other people also, please spell out. You can switch on your mic and talk. Other people also, you can switch on your mic and talk. If you want some more things, any other thing. Sir, Indian sir, yeah, please tell something if you have anything to say.
Hello.
Yeah, please tell, sir. Yes, tell.
Hello. Vikram sir, I'm a staff of Pratyusha Engineering College. I think Inian sir is not in the line.
Okay.
You have been trying for more time. I think he has some problem with connection.
Yes, yeah.
If audience have any questions, they can post the questions. I think they have been posting the questions already
Already, yeah. Oh, I have not seen.
in the chat box, and you have been cleared that doubt.
No.
I think you have been answered the questions also
No.
because it is not visible for me also.
Oh, like that. Right. No. No, they were not asking much questions.
It is not visible for me also.
Now also. Now you cannot see. It is telling me I am sharing the screen. Can you see the matching?
Yes, sir.
Now you see the match.
So it can able to see, but yes, sir. I can able to see some the font size. Yeah, I can able to see, sir. I can able to see. But I think that since some question issues they have been posted in the chat box, it have been like a questions that have been thought. But I hope that further, if the audience have any query, they can able to post it. But we have been waiting for more than 5 minutes. Since the questions has not been posted, I hope they would have been got a clear idea. I think so.
Okay.
And since Indians are also has not been in the line, I think I can able start the vote of thanks. If you feel to say something, you further say, sir.
Yeah, just 3 minutes. Okay, so 3 minutes maximum.
Yeah, sir. I hold, sir. It, sir.
Okay.
I hold it, sir.
Okay. So just I wanted to share the work which we are currently doing. So where you have lot of
Sure, sir.
You have lot of opportunities. So if someone is
Sure, sir.
Okay, yeah. So just let me talk more. Yeah. So if someone is interested in continuing this kind of research work, you can send us an email. Okay. If you have some doubts, you can just
Okay, sir.
send an email. I will just put my email here. I think some of you already know it, but anyhow, I'll just type over here. Okay. So this is a mail ID. Okay. So if someone is interested in doing some, okay, I think I am unable to send you. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So someone can.
Yeah, I can able to see, sir.
Okay, yeah. So you can put your doubts across this, or any further research work. If you're interested, we can do something on this. And one more thing we are working is science promotion activities. Why this is something general now. I'm not talking about this particular research. Some science promotion activities we are doing, and just to ask.
Okay, sir.
Can I ask you about this? Something like this. There is something called the Bharti script. Okay. Just let me talk with for 1 minute about this Bharti script. Okay.
No problem, sir. No problem. You just please go ahead, sir.
Okay. So when I say Bharti script, see, let me open one thing. Yeah. Okay. I am opening a Tamil book. I hope most of the participants are Tamil participants. So let me open a.
Yeah, sure, sir. We can understand, sir.
So this will be very useful, and this has some research prospects also. So let me open this now. It's coming up. It's opening. Yeah, it's opening. Yeah. So the name says Bharati script, one nation, one script. That means for
One
throughout
script.
India, yeah, for throughout India, one way of writing. So just let me quickly go through. Already you know the alphabets. The idea is, suppose Tamil people are writing A in this way, this shape which you are seeing on the left side of the screen. But suppose if
Yes,
we
sir.
ask, yeah. So, but if we ask Telugu person, 1 minute, I'll close unnecessary things so that it will be not disturbing. Just 1 minute, I'll close unnecessary things. Yeah. If I suppose open a Telugu book, same way we'll open a Telugu book, then you'll understand the difference between them. So it is opening. By the time it opens, let me come over here. Yeah. Let me close this. Okay, so Telugu book also got opened. Let me come down. Okay, now see, Telugu people are writing in some shape, and Tamil people are writing in a different shape. So there is some problem which is getting encountered in our country, especially. Suppose a Telugu person comes to Tamil Nadu, especially on the bus and the train, everything is written in, or even the boards of the shops are written in Tamil. So Telugu people or Gujarati people or Punjabi people, if they're coming to Tamil Nadu, especially they will face problem. Same way, a Tamil person, a typical Tamil person, when they go to a different part of the country, there if it is written in their own mother tongue, okay, maybe Telugu or maybe Hindi or some other language, it will be difficult for these people to read. So a lot of problems are coming up, right? So the idea of this Bharati script is, while writing, can we have some common way of writing so that it will become very easy. It is not a new language. We are only trying to tell a new way of writing the language. When you are in Tamil Nadu, you can write anyhow Tamil only, the way you are generally writing. But especially when you are going to a different place, for every language person to understand easily, there is one easy common way of doing it. So that is the main thing which we wanted to convey here. So that is what I will teach you very quickly. Just see here. I will enlarge the size now. I will enlarge the size. I will put it as 75. Yeah. Now let us try to learn that new script. It can be learned within 4 or 5 minutes also, because already you know the letters. You can see from A. Now you see, I don't know Tamil. In fact, directly I don't know all the Tamil letters. I don't know all the Tamil letters, but I can read now all the Tamil letters. How I am reading, you just see. A, A, E, U, U. I am able to read. How I am reading, I am not actually seeing the left side. I am actually seeing the right side, which I know. So, did you understand how I'm a Telugu person, but I'm able to read what is written in Tamil here? How means I am not directly actually reading by seeing the left side, but I am seeing the right side and I am trying to read, because I learned the right side, and learning right side is a bit easy. How means, see here, everything is having same shape like this. The base shape is same. It is looking like a C shape in reverse way, right? From A to Au, everything has same shape, and on the top something is happening. How to remember the top, I will tell you. Whenever you pronounce a letter for a long time, you have to put a dash on the top. Suppose when I say A, you have to put a dash. When I say E, you are putting a dash. You see here, there is a zero, that is E. When I put a zero plus a small dash, it is becoming E. Similarly, you see here, when I say oo, I am putting a U shape, but when I say oo, you can see there is some small dash here. Let me put it slightly enlarged. Okay, let me put it slightly enlarged. Now you can see there is a small dash kind of thing here on the right side. Okay, similarly, a, when I'm saying a, I'm saying for a long time, right? So I'm putting a dash here, like that. Similarly, see this. This is O. See, this is O and this is O. This is O. This is O. Where I'm putting the mouse. So again, I'm putting a dash extra here. Okay, like that. And this is like a sine wave on the top, so you can remember easily. And now even a Telugu person also will write A like this. Gujarati person also A, they will write like this. Malayalam person also will write A like this. So if you go to a different place also, you can read what they are writing, and they can read what you are writing. Okay, language we are not changing. For example, just let me show. Within half minute I will complete this. I will close this also. Within half minute I will close this, don't worry.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. No problem, sir. No problem, sir.
So similarly, you can see other letters. I will just come down. Suppose, yeah, you see here now, if I wanted to say, now I can read what it is. See, if you ask me in Tamil directly, I don't know. But now I can read because I know this. I will read it as Anil. And this is a R2. So how I'm reading, I don't know actually how to read the top part, but I'm seeing the bottom part and I'm trying to read. So that is the advantage. So same way, if in Tamil Nadu and throughout India also, if on the boards, especially when you are going on highway, on the board they are writing Tirupati, they are writing Hyderabad is this much distance. If the Tirupati or Hyderabad, the names, if they are written like this, no, it will become easy. Now what is happening, each thing, especially names, they are writing in three languages. They are writing in Tamil, they are writing in Hindi, they are writing in English also. So instead of writing three times, if you simply write in this way, and you can just see the amount of ink required is also will be less. If you just see these letters and if you see these letters, if you assume how much ink is required, the ink required is less here, the time required to write this will be less. And one more thing, we are not changing the language. Tamil language is a very good language. We are keeping the language as it is, only for whenever you want to communicate with other language people, that too only in writing, we can write this way. I am not telling that we have to forget these old things. These are also very good. They are also very great, and they have their own importance, especially for others to understand or read easily. We can have this kind of common communication. Okay, still the name is R2 only. We are not changing R2 into some O2. Okay, so Tamil is remaining Tamil only. Don't worry, we are not trying to change Tamil language at all. Okay, so that is one thing you have to understand. And there is some very good app to learn this, that will be helpful for you when you go personally. So this is useful at a personal level. Suppose you are going personally to some new state for some conference. Suppose you are coming to Andhra. Suppose you are coming to Hyderabad for some conference in a university here, and something is written in Telugu. You wanted to read. No one is there supposed to help you. How do you read? So there is an app which I will just show you in 1 minute, within 1 minute. Okay, yeah. So this app, I will just let it open. Yes, okay, let it open. Loading, yeah. This particular app which you are seeing, no, this is a screenshot I am showing. This is called Bharati Keyboard. Okay, it is a very small software. If you can install this software, I will type it here, Bharati Keyboard. Okay, it is available in the Play Store. Okay, I will just put it I will put it here. I am typing here. Okay, Bharati Keyboard app. Okay, so I'll put it in the chat box anyhow. App. Okay, okay. So if you just download that small app from the Play Store, then where is this gone? Right, it is here. Right. Okay, so you will see the keyboard like this. You will also have Tamil option. You can even type in Tamil. If you type in Tamil, it will show automatically in the Bharati Lipi. Okay, now here this example is showing as a Hindi, and this is Bharati Lipi. The left side is Bharati Lipi and the right side is Hindi. It is showing like Devanagari we call. But here options are there. You can see here there is an arrow here where I am putting the mouse. If you click this arrow, you will get all language options. If you click this, no, you will get all language options. In that, Tamil also is there. So you click Tamil, and then you type in Tamil, it will show in the Bharati script. Okay, like that. Or reverse also is possible. If you want to do reverse, you click this double arrow. See, it is showing left side and right side. So here is Bharati and here is Devanagari. So when you click here Tamil first, if you click Tamil here, this near the arrow where I am putting, you will get here Bharati and Tamil. Like that you can do. So we have some research work going on at IIT. So if someone is interested in this activity, this is related much to app development and also image processing. How it is related to image processing means, and also machine learning. So if someone of you or your students, if they are interested in some kind of a research activity or projects related to machine learning or image processing or app development, we have some openings at IIT Madras under some professor. I will give his name also. I'm just giving his name, but you can send a mail. Okay, okay, he's the professor working on this particular script. So if someone is interested in some internships also, okay, especially related to app development and machine learning, okay, image processing, okay, all these are related to Bharati script. Okay, whatever I am now talking is related to Bharati script. So there are some image processing related work in Bharati script. There is some app development work in Bharati script. There is machine learning related work in Bharati script. Okay. So already some research papers are also getting published related to Bharati script. So if someone of you did not choose your research topic, you can also choose this also as one of your research topic. Okay. This is related to signal processing, in fact. Okay, like that. So you may ask, what is there in Bharati? This is looking like a language. No, I am an electronics and communication person. For electronics and communication person, what is there to do with this language related shapes? Okay, it is not a language, I am telling. No, it is just only shapes of various languages. Okay, but what to do image processing means, I'll tell you one example. Let me take one. Okay, just 1 minute. I'll just show you one paint file, empty paint file. Okay, so suppose let me give training to the computer as this is a, this is a, this is a shape. Suppose if I put this shape is ka. Okay, but see my handwriting, every time my handwriting is same, no, right? Each time when I'm writing, slightly the shapes are getting changed. So and different people will have different handwritings. Even the same person will have different handwriting slightly, right? So how a computer will recognize what text is written there? Suppose in Bharati script something is written by some person, how the computer will recognize that, or how the machine will recognize? Okay, so like that is some work is going on, and you can also join. Okay, and the basic requirement will be the person should know any one programming language very well, maybe Python or say MATLAB, at least one programming language. If they are good, no, they can easily pick up. Okay, like that. So these are some of the research opportunities. And noise control, already I told some other research opportunities in IIT Madras. Not only IIT Madras, in various IITs also, even NITs, or even some private big colleges, maybe in your college also, some faculty will be offering research projects as project associates, like that. Okay, so especially from for your students, you can tell they can apply for project associate positions in IITs or NITs or other big universities. So thanks a lot for spending your time. And one more small activity we are doing, that is called science promotion. So just let me show you that for a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like some projects. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to build one website kind of thing. Okay, some organization, you can think like an organization. Okay, uh, it will be launched in a big way after a few months. Okay, but work is going on, preliminary work. The idea is to promote science in all Indian languages. So just let me show you some examples. Just let me show you some examples related to that. Okay, just let me show you some examples related to that. Let me click this. Yeah, let me click this. We wanted to have a collection of audio video text in various Indian languages at one place, and they are all related to creating interest in the public. Even normal people should also enjoy science. That way we are trying to create one structure, some organizational structure, and anyone can participate. You are most welcome. You can do lot of service. You can do voluntary service, or your students can also do voluntary service, and or they can do it as a project also, like a mini project or a major project also they can take up. Okay, so for that also, if they are interested, they can send an email to us with their in what way they wanted to contribute. Okay, it's not about money, it is about their time. Okay, and their knowledge. Okay, so just let me show you that example. Let me click this. Yeah, what are the science activities? Just 1 minute, I will show you. It's opening, I think. Yeah, it's opening. By the time it opens, let me not waste time. So some science activities I'm telling. No, yeah, wait. Some simple circuits. Okay, like electron, I'm just showing electronics, but we are doing other items also. It is not just electronics. Even it can be mechanical, it can be magnetism, it can be optics, any other thing. Okay, like anything related to science. Okay, so we wanted to create these kind of toys. Okay, let me show you. Yes, it is opening up. Yeah, so yeah, just I will show you one. I will play one small video. It is just less than 2 minutes, one and a half minute, less than 1.5 minute. It is opening. By the time it opens, yeah, just to see here, it is 1 minute 13 seconds. Just to see here, a boy is doing something. It's playing. Yeah, Yeah, explain.
Sham, I'm going to do one experiment known as escaping of water. First, take one glass and pour yellow color H2O
I don't know whether audio is you are able to get the audio, but at
Yes.
least try to see.
Place the beakers like this. Now,
It is just
take
1 minute 30 seconds, so it will be
the
completed very soon.
like
You
this.
can see the time here. See, this is the time.
Take
Okay.
another tissue.
If there is a forward option, I could have done, I think, but I'm not able to see the forward option. But yeah, it's there. It's almost over. You just see it is almost half is over. Half the video is already over.
And keep another tissue.
Just to see how simple it is.
In this experiment, we learned that the water uses
Now you see the
tiny
magic.
gaps of the fiber of the tissue paper to move from the water that is full of yellow color liquid.
See, water came into the middle one.
Gas and water from
Okay,
the
we have,
full of red
he
color
has put only
liquid.
a tissue paper.
Of the
Through
substance
tissue paper, water came into this, and also here also.
the water
Okay,
is a
so we wanted to
single
make science
full of
videos like
water
this. That means we
that
wanted to
causes
make the science
and
experiment.
reaction. Thank you.
Okay, so we wanted to make the science experiment. Yeah. Okay, we wanted to make the science experiments and also the take the video. So we want a lot of volunteers here, especially we wanted to do in all Indian languages. So most of you may be Tamil, you can also help us in Tamil. Similarly, we wanted to do books, Tamil books, translation of books, science books into Tamil. If someone is interested, yes, payment basis also is available. Okay, you can do freely if you are interested, or with some amount of payment. Okay, that also is possible. Science books converting from English to Tamil, or say Hindi to Tamil, or Telugu to Tamil, or reverse, if it, okay, or multiple languages, say Telugu to Tamil and Tamil to Telugu, like that also. Okay, and similarly the video. Suppose this video was in English, right? The video which you have seen is in English. So if you are interested, no, keep the video same. We want people who can convert into Tamil. That kind of work also is there. We have a lot of such work. So if some of your students are interested in that kind of work, okay, definitely I think some students will be interested in this kind of work. Okay, some people for financial reasons they may be interested in doing the work. Okay, or some people directly they have the interest in this work. Okay, so they can also contact us. Okay, you can even tell to other language people. It is not only Tamil, it is for all languages, all Indian languages. Okay, so that kind of work is there. One more kind of work is there with us, which we call as audio project. By what is the meaning of audio project means, take a good science book, take a good science book. Okay, I will tell you one good resource from where you can take that. I'm just putting in the chat box. Okay, Arvind Gupta Toys.com. This is a very good website. Arvind Gupta Toys.com is a very good website. It has a lot of Tamil videos, in science related Tamil videos, science related Tamil books. Okay, and all languages also. Okay, so you can just an example I'm telling. So you can open a book, a science book in this website. Just I'm telling an example. Okay, you can open a science Tamil book in this website. Okay, and then start reading. While you are reading, you can switch on your mobile and start recording the audio. Okay, start recording the audio. So don't record the full book in one audio. You can do 5 minutes or 10 minutes. After 5 minutes you stop part one, then again 5 minutes, part two, part three, like that you complete it. Okay, you can send us that audio again into the same mail id. Already I gave the mail id. You can send us the audio of the science textbook, like that. Okay, similarly you can tell your students, this is very helpful for students and also faculty. You will have lot of theory exams. You can tell your students, even the faculty can do initially. If the faculty do initially, the students will get inspired and they will do again. At least some question and answers which are theoretical. Okay, you can record the question and answers audio recording of question and answers will help the students, especially when they are traveling in bus. Okay, mostly they may be listening something unwanted, or something which is like a time waste. Instead of that, if they can listen these question and answers even while sleeping, just before going to sleep, they can keep that audio, and while sleeping also they can listen, right? So it will help a lot. And those kind of science related videos, even your question answers, okay, like your subject related question answers, that audio, if you can share to us, we want to keep that in some common platform which will be accessible to all the people free of cost. We will not be selling it, we will keep it open source. So that kind of project is going on. Already some people are doing it. Okay, already we are getting a lot of information and content from other people. So if you're interested, you can also take part in this as a voluntary service or as a payment service also. Okay, so thanks a lot. If you also have some such social activities, you can share with us. Okay, so right, yeah, so from my side I'm closing now. Means I will close after all of you go away. Don't worry. So just tell if your opinions, okay, or anything. Okay, you have been listening for almost 2 hours now. Okay, so just tell me your opinions. You can switch. Open your mic. Like, unmute your mic and tell me. Yeah,
அப்படின்னு கேட்டோம்ல அதான்
unmute your mic and tell me.
இது என்னன்னு சொல்லு இந்த வேர்டு என்னன்னு சொல்லு
Yeah, you can unmute your mic and tell me.
Sir, I think that the audience are in the line only, but they are not posting any questions.
Yes,
I felt the last 15 minutes session, which you have been told about this bharatiscript.com. Really, I think that you would have conducted one webinar for minimum 2 hours in that program itself, sir.
Okay, sir.
Really, I enjoyed a lot. Because we enjoyed a lot, especially you told the last thing, that AravindGupta.talks.com and the things which has been especially used for science information, and a book that letters which you told in the beginning, which the same thing we can write in Telugu. Really, we never heard such things at all, because there are most of the people who are doing research work in our own college in image processing, such things and all. But up to now, I don't know, I am not aware about others and all. We didn't hear about these types of information. Really, it was we could not able to express, because initially when you started about that LMS algorithm and all, we know that LMS algorithm which was used related to a MATLAB session. But today, how it was used in artificial intelligence for a real-time situations, really it was a very good experience. And if you would have started this session, especially about this bharatscript.com, I hope that even though there are some network problem would have been generated, that audience would have not been left, because now we can able to see due to some network issues they would have been left, I think so.
Okay.
That is the only reason.
Yes, no problem.
Really, sir, it was the session was very nice. If any audience want to ask any questions, they can ask. Otherwise, I will go for my vote of thanks. Audience, are anybody ready to ask any questions? Sir, I think in audience side they are being in a mute situation. So I think we can conclude the session with a vote of thanks, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it's really my great privilege to read the vote of thanks for this 2 days FDP, which we conducted the second day session. Even though you are in a very busy situation and a more number of problems which has been arised due to this network issues, you have run the seminar very neat manner up to the end. You never come the thing is the network has been failed, so let us go for some alternative like that. It shows that a student of IIT have how much amount of enthusiasm. Really, sir, because we had a more number of seminars and sessions and all. If it is a 1 hour program, exactly at 1 hour it would have been completed. If any problem would have been arising in networks also, okay, it would have been arised, we have been posted. But in your that is the thing which I was been explaining to my own wife, that since it was a session which is being handled by an IIT alumni, they never get such things and all. Whatever, let it goes up to 12 o'clock also will run the show like that. That you have been shown today, sir. And in spite of, on behalf of my college, our own chairman side and our advisor side and our CEO side and our HOD ma'am, I provide my gratitude as a thanks to you. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your own experience on artificial intelligence, how it has been used in a MATLAB. Really, we had a very good experience on you. I hope that participants, even though they had already a little bit knowledge in AI, but today you would have been improved more in the means, sir, how that has been explained in real-time application. I hope all participants would have utilized in a good manner. And there is one information for participants. In the next week, by 29th and 30th, we are conducting one more FDP. It is a topic on impacts of 5G technology on IoT. Sure, the session will be helpful for all the participants. I request the participants to enroll in this thing. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for joining with us.
Okay, thanks a lot, Nandri.
Hello, Vikram, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Nandri, sir.
Yeah. Okay, you can sign out. All of you can sign out if you are interested. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.